What's up and welcome in. You're watching Philadelphia Eagles Now by Chat Sports. Chase Sr. here with you. No matter where you are or how you're tuned in, greatly appreciate all of you for making Philadelphia Eagles Now part of your day. We're going to answer some of your questions coming up as the Philadelphia Eagles are 8-0 for the first time in franchise history. But first, we have some juicy rumors that we do need to hit because there's some buzz and speculation out there that Howie Roseman, who we know to be the most aggressive general manager in the National Football League, is kicking the tires on Odell Beckham Jr. Now, a couple of things to hit here on OBJ. You look at his numbers over the last 4 years. He suffered a torn ACL in the Super Bowl against the Cincinnati Bengals after catching a touchdown pass. Once he teamed up with an actual legit quarterback in Matthew Stafford, OBJ looked like the OBJ of old, the New York Giants OBJ, the OBJ who in 2018 and 2019 surpassed 1,000 receiving yards. Then he ran into a little bit of a lull because he was playing in a situation in Cleveland in which I don't think that he was a fan of, and a quarterback who he did not gel with in Baker Mayfield. Of course, injury issues are a big concern with OBJ, as we just talked about. But if Howie Roseman is indeed kicking the tires on Odell Beckham Jr., for him to be wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 on this roster, it would be a fascinating move. I do not think that OBJ is the wide receiver of old who terrorized the Philadelphia Eagles in moments, who got off to a historic start in his NFL career. And yes, him coming off that torn ACL, a little bit of a concern because according to reports out there, he's probably not going to be available until December because that torn ACL came in February. But think about it from this standpoint. If you bring in OBJ with A.J. Brown and DeVonta Smith, and he starts to get some slot reps within this Eagles offense, it could make this team very, very scary. As far as his sideline antics, I'm not always about that life. I think it's a huge distraction. And I think a big reason why Howie Roseman didn't trade for a guy like Kareem Hunt or make some other external moves at the NFL trade deadline outside of Robert Quinn was because he believes that this Eagles team has a very special culture right now. And when you're undefeated at this point and you have something brewing, like the Eagles have brewing right now, the feeling in Philadelphia is special. And Howie Roseman doesn't want to do anything to really alter that. And OBJ could curtail that. But the thought of bringing in a tantalizing talent like him certainly is appealing. So we'll see what happens. A lot of teams are rumored to be interested in OBJ. I probably wouldn't do it. I don't think the Eagles need to do it. But the fact that this is some buzz out there that Howie Roseman is kicking the tires on OBJ is very interesting nonetheless. As we continue on this show, want to hear from everybody in the comment section right now. Are you subscribed to Philadelphia Eagles Now? Are you a subscriber of what we do? Are you a big supporter of the Philadelphia Eagles? If that's the case, I want to hear from you. Give me a real one roll call because we appreciate all the real ones out there. Let's start taking your questions now on the show. Chris Rodriguez with this. Would you rather re-sign James Bradberry or re-sign Miles Sanders? That's a great question right there, my guy, because both of these guys have been integral to the Eagles' success this year. Where would I go? I probably prioritize cornerback over running back, but who's going to be more affordable? I think Bradberry honestly could get $15 million on the open market. It sounds crazy, but teams are desperate for cornerback help, and that's why he might get paid more. Running backs, on the other hand, more widely available. And I think that Sanders, you could get him between $8 to $10 million. I think both of them are really important. Both of them are having spectacular seasons for Sanders, a career year. But Chris Rodriguez, that's a great question. I might side with Bradberry, but I want to bring Miles Sanders back and another back on top of that. Darko CSQ, is Jonathan Gannon the biggest question mark on this team? Here's a question mark. And the Texans looked very comfortable in that first half, but can we kind of pay respect to the Eagles defense, making some adjustments after halftime. I mean, Dameon Pierce had 88 yards in the first half, and Davis Mills was 8 of 9. After that, though, Eagles offense able to extend their cushion, extend their advantage, and with that, the defense was able to attack more. Tackling, though, blitz packages, certainly some concerns there with this Eagles defense as we continue to move forward here in the 2022 campaign. We do have a $10 super chat that we want to get to from Emmanuel Henderson. Emmanuel coming in with this 10-piece. Hey, thank you for being positive tonight. I'm watching the game with the one-string Philly fan club in Paso, Texas. Thank you and Philly fans for being positive tonight. Fly, Eagles, fly. Emmanuel, I do appreciate that donation, man. They really go a long way in helping us build our staff here at Chat Sports, building those studios. So thank you, man. We do appreciate the support. Ernesto, what up, man? Do you think Jalen Hurts should get a contract extension at this point in time or maybe after a couple more wins? I think he's playing his way into a contract extension, and there's a lot of buzz out there that Jalen Hurts could get a contract extension that's very close to, similar, maybe even more as compared to a player like Kyler Murray. And let me just say this right now, like Jalen Hurts here this year has been the superior quarterback as compared to Kyler Murray. He's been the better overall QB. He's getting coached better than Kyler Murray is. And his development, I think, is a very good indication of the work that he's put in to really maximize and just grow his arsenal as a quarterback in this league. Whereas Kyler Murray, on the other hand, had to get that clause put in his contract. That would never happen with Jalen Hurts. Howie Roseman said before the game on Thursday Night Football, he has never seen a quarterback progress, develop, and get better every year in college and then have that continue every year in the National Football League like Jalen Hurts had and has, which is really special for Jalen Hurts. If you think Jalen Hurts is him, I want you to type 1 in the comment section right now. And if we could pull up that 3-stat comp trace, that would be great to show you the development that we've seen from Jalen Hurts, because it really has been spectacular, and it's a credit to the growth and the work and the grind that he's put in to just become a better quarterback in this league. I mean, look at the growth from Jalen Hurts. And these numbers, by the way, going into that Thursday Night Football game. Rookie year in 2020, he completed sub 52%. He threw for less than 230 yards per game. His passer rating, 77.2. 2021, those numbers grow to 61.3. 210 yards per game, but that's because the Eagles became more of a run-oriented offense. The passer rating, it went up by 10 points, 87.2. 2022, though, completion percentage from his rookie year, less than 52 to 67%. Yards per game, 229 to 257, and passer rating up from 77.2 to 105.1. Jalen Hurts, he is him. That's why you got to type those ones. All right, I appreciate everybody for tuning in here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. Subscribe to the show if you love this coverage. We appreciate all of your support. Hey, Birds, 8-0, first time in franchise history. Go Birds, E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles country, let's fly.